You will need to create a virtual machine. This can be rented online for $5 per month. A virtual machine is always running, meaning the wallet that is on the machine will be open 24/7. The service provider I use is vulture.com. Once you have signed up and deposited at least $10, navigate to the Products tab. Here you will see the blue circle with the plus sign. We are going to click on this to deploy a new server. We are going to choose Cloud Compute. Then scroll down and choose a location for your server. Anywhere is okay. One closest to you is best though. Continuing on, we are going to choose a server type. We need to choose an Ubuntu 16.04 server. And we now need to choose a server size, as we are only going to be hosting a Qt on the server. We can use the smallest size here, for $5 per month. Once selected, click on Deploy Now. It may take a few minutes for your server to install, so be patient. Once installed, we can click on the cloud instance. Here we can find all the information about our new virtual server, such as the IP address, username and password. Now we need to buy a cheap domain and bind the server. I use namecheap.com. You can buy a domain for as little as $1. These are perfect for seed nodes. It doesn't matter whether it is a .com or .xyz or other. Once you have purchased your domain, click on Manage. Then navigate to Advanced DNS. Here you can see an example I have created. I have created an A record and named the host seed1. In the value option, I have the IP address. Now return to our new server at Vulture. We are going to copy the IP address for our server and paste it into the value option. Click on the blue check to save changes. Now we have successfully binded our server to this domain. Our seed is named seed1, and the domain is named seednodes.xyz. So we need to return to our chainparams.cpp file and input this into line 167 of the mainnet params. Our line is going to say seed1.seednodes.xyz. Be sure to keep the quotation marks. If you wanted to add a second seed, you could add another record to the domain and bind a second server to it. Then you would copy this line and paste below, changing the details from seed1 to seed2. I would recommend though, that if you introduce a second seed, you should buy a second domain from a different provider. That way if Namecheap goes down, you will not lose both seeds. Now save and we will move on. Notice how the testnet does not have any seeds. We do not need to have seeds as we are not going to use the testnet, other than to mine from our Qt if we want to check the block rewards are correct, etc. Now, let's return to the mainnet parameters. We want to look at line 122. You can see the first number. This is the epoch time. The second number is the nonce. We are going to change the nonce to 0, then save. Scroll down to testnet line 260 and change the nonce to 0. Then scroll down to line 358 and change the nonce to 0 in the regression test. Now we are going to start adding new epoch times. We need to create a new one for mainnet, testnet, and regression test. To do that, we are going to use an epoch time converter. This can be found at epochconverter.com. You can see the time is continuously changing by the second. Hover over it and it will stop. Pick a key and copy. We're going to paste this one into the mainnet first. Back on line 122. Replace the current epoch time with our new one. Now scroll down until you reach the chalk point data on line 197. Paste the new epoch time here too. Save your progress. We now have a new epoch time for the mainnet. It is located in just 2 places. Return the epoch time converter. We are going to copy another time and paste it into the testnet. For this, we need to paste it first into line 257. And then in the checkpoint data on line 296. With that done, we need one more epoch time for the regression test. Copy a new time from the converter and paste into line 354 and not 374. I will speed this up. Save that and we are ready to release the Genesis script. This script is stating that, if the Genesis and nonce are both set to 0, then create a new Genesis and nonce. We need to remove the comments from this to allow it to be read. The comments to delete are on lines 124 and 164. Save the file and exit. We have now prepared everything ready to compile. After we compile, we can generate a new Genesis for each blockchain. Open the master folder in a new terminal. Copy and paste our compile command as before. This will take a while, so I will speed up the video. In our next video, we will be hashing the Genesis blocks and compiling for the final time. After this, we will be ready to mine our first block of our new cryptocurrency on our own blockchain.